using your hands. And it's not the way one way is right or one way is wrong, but just the differences to be able to understand the differences in the way.
This way's right.
So, the hardest part about being able to roll from side to side is to maintain that one fast kick. That, in essence, may be the genesis of the entire stroke, what backstroke is. And I know you guys all know the answer to this. So where does the power of your kick come from? Does it come from your knees or come from your hips? Like, do you want a straighter leg, or do you want something that's yes. You want, that leg should be pretty straight. A lot of the reason you guys do sit-ups, you guys do a lot of core work outside of the water. I take it, sit-ups, push-ups, and things like that. If you guys do, even if you guys don't, a lot of that is used so that you will be able to generate that power from your core, all right, from the center of your body. If you're just kicking from the knees down, you have all of this muscle mass, basically some of the biggest muscles in your body, your upper leg, that aren't even really being utilized. All right? You really want to be able, not just in the upbeat kick, but that downbeat kick, to really pull down and use the back of your leg to be able to kick, to be able to roll, and to be able to drive your body forward. That kick is going to be the genesis of your entire stroke. So, as we move forward, just do some one-arm backstroke. I'll show you guys. Being able to combine your kick and your upper body. This is, if the kick is the genesis of the stroke, this might be the trick in creating that rhythm with your stroke. To be able to basically continue swimming for as long as you can. If you're kicking and your pull aren't working together, you're going to be fighting yourself. And in order to make your kick and your pull work together, every time you finish your stroke and every time you roll your body, those two things have to be synced. Every time you take that one kick to roll your body, that one fast moving kick, you're going to want to be finishing your stroke on one side. And if you see somebody who knows how to swim backstroke really well, you'll see them almost going to jump to the water a little bit. Every time they take their stroke, they're accelerating through the water as they finish their stroke, as they're rolling from side to side. The most powerful part of your stroke is that roll. It's when you're taking that sweeping kick, that big kick that rolls your entire body. That's the most powerful kick of your stroke. And when you're finishing your stroke, you're getting all that momentum from pulling that water throughout your entire stroke. And that culmination of both the roll and the finish of your stroke is where that power is generated from. The rest of your stroke is trying to maintain that as best you possibly can. But the power that you're generating comes from that finish of your stroke. The rest of it is trying to keep that going. So I'll show right, I'm going to do some one-arm backstroke right now. I want to have you guys join as well. Every time you guys take a stroke, when you guys enter, really make sure you try to reach as much as you possibly can. Alright? Try to use as much of your side of your body as you can. And just like in every other stroke, that elbow needs to be just as high as you can possibly get it as soon as you can get it there. And sometimes that means almost moving your hip to the side. Okay? Not trying to go incredibly deep. Keep your catch shallow. That's totally fine. Keep your catch shallow. You'll have a quick return rate. But you want your hand to be going down. First your hand to be pointing down towards your feet. And then that elbow needs to get as high as you can get as soon as you can get there. Alright? And the rest of the stroke is trying to keep that surface area of your forearm pointing down towards your feet. So I'll show you guys real quick. Combining that kick and the pull, trying to really feel like you're accelerating through the water by the time you finish each stroke. guys think about backstroke as just like every other stroke, what I was saying about using your core, you can swim backstroke with just like this. Okay, you can swim backstroke like this. You might think, what's wrong with that? Well, that's what's wrong with that as far as getting your arms over, that's fine. Or you can try some backstroke, you can try to make yourself, if you're 5'5", you can try to make yourself 5'7", 5'8". It's kind of the beauty of this stroke. In a lot of respects, it's kind of the beauty of what's swimming in. You can pretend you're bigger than you really are. When I walked in, someone looked over at me. It was like, I thought you were a lot bigger than you are. And yeah, you actually got a real person. I was like, thank you. I actually might take that as a compliment, to be honest. A lot of the guys I swim against, that I swam against, are big guys. I was not by any means the biggest guy. I'm not a small guy, I'm 6'2". But a lot of the guys I was swimming against were 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". And so every time I got to the blocks, I thought, you know, how could I possibly compete with these guys that are that much bigger than me? I probably wouldn't have gotten very far. But the fact of the matter was, I learned how to swim a lot bigger than I was. I didn't swim just like this.